Well, it has been 11 years since Spider-Man 3 came out, and in Spider-Man 3, Topher Grace played Venom. It was his big screen appearance, but unfortunately it was a failure. But 11 years later, Tom Hardy has now played Venom in the 2018 Venom solo movie, and unfortunately yeah. So it begins with the spaceship entering orbit, and then crashes, and then has symbiotes. An astronaut gets taken into an ambulance, though a symbiote has possessed him. Then it possesses a medic in there. Then we cut to San Francisco, not New York, which is yeah. Then we meet Tom Hardy playing Eddie Brock, then Ann Webb. Eddie's a reporter, of course, and then he then goes to Carlton Drake's lab, of course. I think that's his name. I don't know. Then we learn more about him and such. Eddie gets fired and dumps him. Then 6 months pass. We see, well, actually 6 months before we see 6 months pass, we see the medic who's now possessing someone else with the symbiote. Then after that, we then see 6 months go by, and then Eddie meets this scientist who works for Carlton Drake. She sneaks him into the lab. Eddie gets attacked and bitten in the symbiote, then goes on to him. Then after this, Eddie starts to go crazy. He hears voices and has a very odd food craving and such. Then after this, some guys show up, try to take Eddie down. Though the symbiote attacks, a chase sequence ensues. Then Eddie crashes his motorcycle. Then the symbiote completely transforms around him and such. Eddie gets away. Then Eddie learns about the symbiote and it's Venom and such. Then the scientists will help Eddie, and it's killed by the symbiote. Then I think what happens next is Eddie tries to go to the news reporting station where he's fired, and he gets the evidence. A SWAT team shows up. Eddie attacks him and sees this, and then he goes to the hospital and such. The symbiote leaves Eddie, but Eddie gets caught by these guys. The symbiote then possesses a dog. After that, a little girl who got possessed by the person who was then possessed with the other symbiote then goes to Carlton Drake's lab, then possesses him and such. Then Eddie makes a run, and Eddie's in the forest, and then Ann Webb, who's now possessed by the symbiote, is now She-Venom, though symbiote then goes back to Eddie Brock, and then he becomes Venom again. So then he goes back to the rocket ship, but now Carlton Drake, who's now with the other symbiote, the evil symbiote, that I don't think has a name at all. And then they have a battle. It then ends with Eddie slicing over the rocket's fuel engine, causing an explosion, causing the rocket ship to explode and killing Carlton Drake in the process. Then we see Eddie and Ann now back in a relationship together. And then Stan Lee makes a cameo. I didn't expect Stan Lee to make a cameo in the movie. And then after this, Eddie then eats a bad guy trying to rob a store. Then the movie cuts to a close, and then we actually see an after credit scene where Eddie goes to a prison, and then we see Cletus Cassidy, played by Woody Harrelson. Then he says, "There will be carnage," and then the movie ends. That's all I have for review on the 2018 Venom solo movie. Bye.